everybody, to the Code for America Summit 2014. As you can see, everything this year is bigger and better, including my rider, which stipulates that I get Oscar-style music. In fact, thinking of the Oscars, I kind of can only reflect that we have grown to become almost equal to them in so many ways. When I look back, it's been a big year for government. It's been a huge year for government and tech. You know, this is maybe for the first time in the history of humanity, the presidency's numbers, polling, success has actually depended on the success of a website. So the first time I think that's ever happened. We've seen other amazing things happen. The success of GDS starting to be replicated in other countries and other places, so 18F and USDS come to mind. But they're not the only ones. Just yesterday, the government of Puerto Rico announced OGIT, the Operation of Government Information and Technology, which will be very similar, yes. Some of our Puerto Rican fans are in the audience today. Jen Pahlka proudly tells me that Agile is now no longer considered illegal in government. In fact, is actually a preferred method for doing projects. And we're really starting to see the way technology and policy are starting to converge together, and that people on both sides of that equation are starting to understand the importance and the relevance of the other. It's also been a big year for people. Many of the people in this room, in fact, I almost wish we had a spotting mic like in the Oscars where we could point people out, the stars who are here. Jen Pahlka has come back to us from the White House. She's not in the audience right now. And we've had lots of people move from technology to government, vice versa. Mickey Dickerson, who's backstage, he's moved to USDS from Google. Joshua Franklin Hodge has come to Boston to be the CIO, one of the founders of Blue State, and a fan right there. You've got noted. And CfA alums going everywhere. So Abby now at LA, so good for Abby, Los Angeles. Aaron Ogle at Philly. We got Mark Herbert at San Francisco, and of course Aaron Weber at the state of Massachusetts. So tentacles kind of going out as CFA fellows go everywhere. So super exciting. And then it doesn't even end there. Even now, the VC world, now there's the GovTech Fund that's starting to fund people. Yeah, a couple of people in the room. Those people got money. But you see other places, the innovation endeavors, Eric Schmidt's funds funding some government stuff, and Andreessen Horowitz, of course, also made a play into the government space, so we could be seeing more. So people getting quite excited about that. And then I think what gets me super excited is just the amazing work people are doing everywhere and some of the results that we're starting to see. A lot of people don't know this, but Jen was telling me, New Orleans this year achieved its goal of eliminating 10,000 blighted properties. It's a big landmark. And Tiffany Ashley Bell, where are you? Wave, wherever you are. Tiffany Ashley, where are you? Someone point to her. She and someone she's never physically met, but she met over Twitter, Christy Tillman, have been doing amazing work in Detroit, helping people pay their water bills who are simply unable by coordinating a massive community. And even people who never touch us, there's just so much great work going on out there. The 5-0 app that was created by 3 teens in Georgia because they wanted to channel the energy about what they were feeling was going on with policing. It's just a wonderful, out of Ferguson, just an amazing example of people everywhere trying to find ways to engage and change the communities that they're working in. So that just kind of blows my mind. And then there's, of course, in the room right now, all the CFA fellows. If you're a CFA fellow, current or former, wave. Just let everybody know. Who are you? Right on. So all of that kind of brings us to today, to the summit, which is really about everybody in the room. Look at you. There's 850 people in this room, or in the satellite rooms today. This is the first year we did this, we were in a closet, and there were 100 of us, and the stage basically ended where people's feet began. And it was just we just tried to cram. And today it's just kind of getting bigger and bigger. We have 120 representatives from different local governments who are here, at least 20 countries that are represented. But I think the thing that really strikes me and the thing that gets me emotional about this is that we all have one thing in common, which is regardless of what you are doing or what your skill set is, the one common trait of everybody in this room is that we all want to make our communities better. Now, that's what we're focused on. And the next 3 days are really about how are we doing that? What are the success stories? What are the learnings? What are some places maybe where we haven't succeeded, but we need to pass on those lessons? We've tried to build kind of a curriculum, a 3-day event, some of which is here and some of which is taking place elsewhere, to try to get those stories out and help you guys talk to one another. And of course, we want to do all that and transmit lessons, but anybody who's seen me before and who knows that who's come to the summit before, I'm all about having fun. So my name's David Eaves. I'm going to be your host, and my #1 job is to make sure that A, nobody goes over time, and we're like being good about that, but my other #1 job is making sure everybody here is having a good time. So if any single moment you are not having a good time, wait till I'm done, and then page, call, or text me and say, I'm not having fun right now, and I will do everything I can in my power to make sure that you are having fun at this event. That is my job, and I take it very, very seriously. And for me to kind of help create what we can here of a community, because people here, we all care about the same things, we're working towards the same things, so let's get to know each other, let's get to kind of understand what we're trying to do. And in that spirit, we used to actually introduce every single person in the room when we were in a closet, which we're not going to do this time. But here is what I would like to do. I would like everybody right now to turn to someone who is near them, ideally someone you've not met, and do one of two things. Introduce yourself and just kind of say hi. And if you're feeling up for it, take a selfie of the two of you and post it to the CfA Summit hashtag. So let's take 30 seconds. Everybody say hi to somebody. You come up.
If I can figure out how to use your iPhone.
My iPhone back there. I'm going to call these guys back. Okay, if I can pull everybody back. That's it, I'm done. This was like the best part of the conference right here. This was the best. This is like, I meant the selfie. That's right. So I do want to see everybody's selfies up there. The other thing I just want to say quickly before we move into the schedule is I am unbelievably excited about this conference, and I get unbelievably excited every single year. And when I look back at Code for America, I think of that first year when we were kind of in that small room. You know, we were just kind of figuring things out. It was the first year. We like threw the fellows in there. Clay Johnson talks about like they were the first ones through the wall. You know, people got a little bloodied. You know, it was tough. Like everybody was figuring stuff out. And the second year, we kind of learned some more. And then I remember in the third year coming back here, and I remember looking at some of the projects and going, whoa, there's some deep stuff going on here. So like really meaningful work that's getting done. Like they've really built on what's happened before. And I think one of the things that gets me so excited is that this year I feel the most meaningful work that happened last year has become kind of like the standard that's been expected of the fellows and of what they have delivered this year. So I think this organization kind of keeps kind of growing and trying to find more and more serious work. And what I love about that is that it feels to me it mirrors exactly what's going on in the civic space more generally, that people are tackling more and more serious work. We're diving into deeper and deeper problems and trying to figure out how can we help people with technology where it's possible in really meaningful ways around thorny, difficult problems that have big impact on people's lives. And that's what I'm kind of most excited is going to happen here on stage, is we're going to learn a bunch of stuff, but I'm seeing more and more of that going on. So with that, I want to thank all of you for taking time to come out and be part of this, to join this community and to make it richer and better. I also want to thank a number of people who've made this possible. I really want to thank our capstone partners. So Microsoft, who's been instrumental in making this all happen, has been a wonderful supporter of ours, and we can't really thank them enough. I'd also like to thank Excella, who are also a capstone partner. They've been unbelievably helpful in kind of bringing this together. We're going to hear more from both of them later on in the conference. And I'd also like to thank our platinum sponsors, partners. This is both Google and Socrata. I'd also like, if you, like me, partook in a cookie before the events began, you have Socrata to thank for those extra calories and that extra energy that you were feeling right now. And of course, all of our other gold partners as well. This is Esri, Palantir, AT&T, Mapton, Amazon Web Services, OpenGov, and GitHub. All of these players are what make this event possible so that we can have this wonderful space and we can come together and we can have the conversations that we've been wanting to have. So if we could all just join and say thank you to all of them.